Yes. I thought it look at this Better Homes and Gardens, September 2018. Yeah. You know she's gonna have a baby. Yeah. I think that's so good. I like giving women babies, and I haven't been able to do that, but I have tried to think of the best possible way to conceive a child. You know, quite often when I'm on Facebook, I will friend a man instead of a woman that happens to be married to a woman. Yes, with the intent that it might not be her that wants to volunteer, but he might know of her large-breasted friends that he himself. There are a lot of men when they look at the relationship that they have with their wives and the friends that their wife has and the friends that they have. I friend their husband because I don't want them separated. But for every man that I make super handsome, I'm going to say, do you know any very large breasted women in your nation that I should be friends with? Now, some men, when they think of their wife, that's all they want. They want the woman that they love. But when I ask them, it turns out that they do know some of the large-breasted friends that their wife has or they themselves have, that there's no jealousy involved. No. But those are the volunteers that I'm actually looking for. So if you're a man that's married to a very attractive woman and I friended you or your wife, if you have a good relationship, you have nothing to worry about because I thought some women wanted to get rid of their husbands, but what they might not have realized, yes, is I actually wanted the good husbands to tell me all the big-breasted friends of their wives. Now, eventually, yes, I do consider you a friend. Yes, he does. So if you wondered why you're my friend. Now, I, well, it takes a long time to find one very attractive woman happens to have the right breast size with the right attributes that I myself find attractive. A lot of women are going to be surprised when they interview because there's this concept that I'm just going to automatically want to make a baby with them, and it's not that way. It's a very thorough process where I stand, well, actually, I sit, and we talk about this whole concept of parenting. Now, somebody, I think it's really important. In fact, I had made mention in my Facebook profile yesterday. I almost got married when I was 18, and then I decided it wasn't a good idea at that time. For a lot of women, um, well, I'm sorry, but it. I friend the husbands of the relationships that I can see that they love each other. And I want the husband to tell me about all your big breasted friends that are not involved with a man. I didn't want to be your friend. I know. No. Now, I was wanting to make those babies, and I'm so happy that they're having another child. Good for you. Good for you. Every time I hear about somebody that's pregnant and expecting to have a baby, that's why we have baby showers. Yes, bridal showers. Oh, have you been going through the baby registries? Well, exactly what is this process? Because I thought it was a lot of women get together and they buy all kinds of items for the baby that's being expected. Yes. And they sit around and talk about how good it's going to be, have a little baby and everything. But online, these registries, yes, we went through those. Did you go through all the, uh-huh. Well, let's look at the birth certificates again. Yes. And then go back approximately 2 months and see if any of those names show up as a search for any baby registry or bridal registry. In fact, give me the actual name of the mother of every child born in this nation for the last 20 years. Do a Google search, Bing, and then find out all of the different corporations that have the knowledge of when the baby's going to be born. Now, I had seen a photograph of a very attractive redheaded woman that was looked like she was probably 7 or 8 months pregnant. And then my Facebook got obstructed. It said, well, you can't friend this person because you don't know them. And I friended her grandmother. Yes. Now, the funny part was I actually thought her grandfather was very nice. Well, I it wouldn't let me friend her. Now, I know the father of that baby. They're in love, okay? I'm not trying to get with your wife. But the grandmother is involved with the man, probably her husband. And I ended up friending some individuals that I normally wouldn't friend because I couldn't friend the persons that I wanted. Now I know Mark Zuckerberg's sitting there with his whole Facebook crew saying, well, that's not the way it works, but how do you get 5,000 friends? Yes. See, this is the weird part. I go through and want to friend the persons that I want to friend. Yes. And it says, no, you're not allowed to friend that person. But I look at the persons that I friended. Yes, like I friended this guy this morning, right? I don't know who he is. He wanted to be my friend. Yes. Had almost 5,000 persons as friends. I think it's statistically, actuarially, logistically impossible to have 5,000 fucking friends. So I would say that Facebook can get, yeah, fucking mother. See, I know that you can set it so that you auto-friend every friend that wants to be your friend. Yes, but I didn't set mine that way. I go through the actual individuals that I want to be a friend with. Yes. Now, for every person that has, let's say, more than 2,000 friends, go through Facebook and find out who they are. Because I think it's impossible for any person to have really more than 50 to 100 friends. Now, for you to tell me that I can't friend somebody that I don't know at that time, but I could know if I friended them, is like saying that most of the Facebook profiles that have more than 500 friends, which is all fraudulent, because how the fuck did they get them all? Now, I know. Now, it's good that you said a limitation of 5,000 friends, but if I was really to look at every Facebook profile that had more than 1,500 friends, just run through them all. How many of those individuals that have that many friends actually know those friends, or they themselves just kept friending every person that friended them as if they were friends, but they weren't friends? Yeah, yeah. And then why is it that my wanting to be friends with somebody keeps getting obstructed when I barely have over 500 friends, and it took me the last 3 months to get those? Now, if I was to really look at it, yes, every time Facebook obstructs my right to friend somebody, yeah, I would say that there's some sort of hypocrisy on the whole concept of wanting to know the individual before you accept their friendship. Yes. Or them deciding, well, I don't really want to be friends, but I wouldn't mind following him. So when you run through all the profiles on Facebook, any individual that has more than 1,500 friends, I know you went to college or university, you considered every student your friend. Yes. You went to high school. Yes. You belong to professional associations and organizations. And in your mind, but the truth is, are they really your friend? Okay. Are they really?